Well, here we are on day 5 of the build around the turnabout of these pavers. You know, the sun's going to be out in full force today, so I'm going to do my best to hide under the canopy of our trees for about 3-4 hours today, and then I'll call it good. And then tomorrow I'll hit it again as the long shadows go ahead and take care of me on the wraparound. So I received a load of dirt yesterday to fill in the middle here. We've got some highs and lows that we're going to have to work out. So overall, it's looking really good to get set up for completion this weekend. And so I might as well get forward and get going here. So I get about 50 stones a day. I could probably do a little bit more, and sometimes I do, but then you get a little tuckered out and it's time to call it a day. This is not meant to be a death march. Doing my best to get this done and still kind of take care of other things. There's a lot of maintenance on the property still to take care of. So the idea here is to take care of your building Rome while you're maintaining Rome. Okay, so I've set the line across the driveway there to make sure that we're level between the pavers as they come across this pivotal point right now. This point will be where there's about 1, 2, 3, 4 pavers that need to line up perfectly in a level. Now, the eye is not going to catch over 16 feet a quarter inch, but I want to make sure I'm doing it right. So, with that, I've dropped the line. With that, I dropped the line. I didn't have another stake for the line, so I had to punch in some rebarb. But that line, I've marked it with a nice little tape there to make sure I've got my height correctly as I come across. I got to reset that line on the post that I've got built out. I got my level right there, so that level is showing me that I'm level across the street. And I looked over and I made sure it lined up really nice with the pavers that are currently running down the west side of the driveway. So I've got my little triangulation all worked out. I think we're in good shape. So it's nice and windy. I'm sure you're hearing that in the mic, but I gotta tell you, when it's getting about 80 degrees, high UV factor, the wind is a God blessing, let me tell you. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some more pavers. has been a bit challenging to do this turn. It's been kind of you know, set it again. I'm only just a little bit off, so I'm going to go ahead and go after it again. I'm going to put in some road base first to shore up this siding here, so it keeps that, you know, all that little rock built in and held up, and then a little bit of dirt so that I can get this thing to sit easy, and then I'll reform it. So first steps of the day, hopefully put another 50 down today. Be about 1 day short of being completed on this section, and then I'll do the inside and get all the dirt leveled out in the middle and get it prepared for seeding in the fall. Looks like I got it finally. The turn finally came in. Looks really good. Just, you know, had to play around with it a little bit, get a couple extra cuts in there, a little tighter cuts, and it turned enough, and it looks like it's going to work out just great to straighten up with the rest of it. So I'm going to go drop a line right now and make sure that all works out. One of the interesting things about doing something like this is you never knew how unlevel or uneven your ground is. And although the property completely slopes, and we live on a bit of a hill and it slopes downward, you know, you still in sections it always visually looked okay until you start dropping a line and getting it all straight with bricks. Then it starts to look a little bit short of even or level, so that you can't so there's going to be quite a bit of money being thrown into road base to just get this thing filled back up, leveled out, and looking good. But it'll look even better when it's all done and all filled in. So anyway, on to dropping the line. I've got about 40 stones left to put in from, you know, down the side, so it should go pretty quick. Still sitting in the shade. I've chose wisely there. Now what needs to be done is the center. A lot of grading to do, a lot of raking and pulling and, you know, stretching out the dirt. I was probably just about a quarter of a truckload shy of dirt, but I think over the size of this thing, it's not going to really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work. and start punching in some more stones. Okay, it's 10 5/8, and I cut one over there just to make sure that I didn't have like two cuts. One big cut, should I say? And so I'm quite excited here. It's like, woo, finally getting there. So it should land. Let's cross our fingers. You can make a little adjustment here and there to get it to fit. Moment of truth. Oh, maybe just a bit fat. Yeah. Woo! I gotta go around and count how many tiles that was. That was quite a bit. Good. Now to backfill. $276 pavers later, this turnabout is done. I'm so excited about having this phase of all the pavers completed. I'm about 9 out of 13 pallets through all the pavers that I will place on this property and finish this project once and for all. tons of time on your knees, to believe me. It is truly an effort to try to keep this property looking a little bit crisper. We're going to plant grass in all these areas, and there's going to be a fence someday, and all that combined will make a beautiful entrance into this home, into this area. Our property is our pride, right? So we want to make sure that it looks crisp and clean. Right now we are struggling with a simple concept: water. You know, we have a well. That well produces a couple, 3 gallons, and we do have 2 cisterns that hold about 5,000 total gallons. Not enough for the acre of land that we plan on irrigating. So in the next several set of videos, I'm going to discuss and show you how we're building on our reservoir. I did some of this at the beginning of the year. I put some videos together, but I'm going to go ahead and tighten that up and re-present it to you all over the next several weeks. I think it's truly a great accomplishment what we've done down there, particularly given that we had a little problem with the county and we had to work that through with them. You know, getting back to these pavers, you know, you put in quite a bit of rock to keep it all level. If you were just doing a backyard area, you know, call it about a 40 by 20 area, you know, it's a little bit tighter. You're able to run some beams down, get your skeet board together and pull across and make it all level, make sure it's compacted and really tight. One of the challenges of doing it as a liner around a driveway is the driveway itself is so uneven, so unlevel, that you're finding yourself going through these humps and you're trying to cut through them and keep a straight line. I did that. It was accomplished. I have gone beyond this video and put in several pavers along the way. It worked out. It's working out great. It's really coming together crisp, and then as you can see in those aerial shots I just showed, other parts of the drive area is completed. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. I am excited to share out with you the next couple of videos of our reservoir, and hopefully pray for me to have water in the spring of next year. See you soon.